people are letting people court them into trial marriages, being with people 5, 6, 7 years. We're not doing that. Like, you're gonna court me for marriage. You're not gonna court me to date me and put me on a shelf for years.
But that's what
until
women
you
want.
figure out what you want to do. And this is why a lot of women are still unmarried. And like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? No, like, we've dating. You're gonna get to know me. Then you're gonna start courting me, and you show me that you want me to be a part of your life. You want to marry me.
That's not how
then
this
you need
works.
to marry me. But courting has a time frame. It's not 5 years.
Hey guys, welcome back to 8 at the Table. Today we are talking about revenge cheating. And when I say revenge cheating, I mean exactly what I say, but you have no prior you have no prior knowledge of, or no prior history of cheating. You know, that's not really your style, but you're doing it because your partner did it and you're pissed, you're angry, and you want to get back. Are we doing it? Are we not doing it? Do we like it? Do we hate it?
First of all, shout out to Kayla for pulling up.
Yes, thanks guys for having me.
So let's also, before we jump into that, let's tell them, a little bit about yourself. Where can they find you, what you do, and so on.
Oh, yeah. So I am most recently a cast member of Ready to Love on TV. But I'm a YouTuber. I'm in the YouTube space. I was formerly on Lapeef Network. I'm on Cruise Season on Wednesdays. So yeah, I'm in these YouTube streets doing my thing.
I'm in these YouTube streets.
We like
Welcome to
that.
the club. We out here too.
Yeah, but y'all can follow me everywhere at Kayla.com.
Spelled it. You got to spell it
You
out.
have to spell .com, guys.
Yeah, you got to
Kayla,
spell it out.
D-O-T-C-O-M.
D-O-T-T.
D-O-T-T.
C-O-M, yeah. Two
Two T's. Does
T's.
somebody have the one with the one T already?
Yeah, like a nobody page, honestly. It's annoying. But no, I like my hashtag, so y'all follow me. I'm everywhere.
All right, so let's talk about revenge cheating now that we got to see Kayla.com. Is revenge cheating on your website?
Is it on my website?
Is it there?
It's not there on the website. But I believe if we're gonna stay together, like, I have to revenge cheat. If I don't want you anymore, I'm not gonna revenge cheat. I'm just gonna move on. But if we have to stay together, my ego needs a get back.
That's probably like one of the biggest killers in relationships is ego. Just.
For sure, but we all have them.
Yeah, but like it's also cool to put it in check. Like for me, like revenge cheating is not okay. And under any circumstances is revenge cheating not okay. Now, if you cheat, right? Like you get a one cheat pass, okay? But it can't be planned, it can't be organized. It would have to be.
Rule?
Yeah, I don't know about the one cheat pass.
Well,
Tell
I'm saying,
me
like-
more, because I'm unfamiliar.
Well, I'm saying if I'm cheating, right, and you catch me cheating, or whatever the case may be, I cheated, I should say, and I'm not saying you get to cheat on me. You can organize it. Go ahead, and the dude that you've been working with, who you've been calling your work husband, is now qualifying for your get back. That's not how it's gonna work.
He doesn't qualify anyway.
Yeah,
You don't shit where you eat.
Otherwise, you would have been cheated. But what I will say is, let's say if 6 months, maybe a year down the line, you go on a girls' trip, and you know what I'm saying, it just happens with the random guy, or you know what I mean,
You
like
give yourself the okay because he cheated before too.
yeah, but like here's the thing, like I would know. See, like we're talking about women who don't cheat, right?
Right.
Right, women
Who
who
has no history of cheating.
yeah, this is not in her character, right? Those type of women, you can tell that they did cheat because they wear it on them. They wear it on them differently.
What
Like
does
they,
that look like?
Yeah,
You ever-
how does that look? What's the style of the
you
wear?
ever talk to somebody who's not good at lying? And you be like, yo, I know you lying. That's the same exact way. Like, yo, I know you cheated. Like, you see how Amanda had her head kind of ducked like that?
I
did that on
They don't have the
purpose, by
same
the way.
posture
I'm not
anymore.
a cheater.
But I don't think revenge. I think there's a time frame for revenge cheating. 6 months, a year later, after we've worked through it,
I feel like you
can't-
just cheated.
Yeah, now
Like,
you're cheating.
Yeah.
But like during the time that we're working through it, that's when you get that's when the revenge cheats
I
happen.
feel
Like,
like-
I find out within like a month to 2 months is when it has to happen, because once we've like all got all out the truths out and we've worked through it and we've done the therapy, and then you go cheat, now you're just cheating.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
I feel like
I-
if we worked through it, do you think that the anger is still there
It
to
shouldn't
revenge
be. It
cheat?
shouldn't be if you actually.
But
I
that's
don't
what.
think
But
so.
that's the thing. See, like my opinion and definition on revenge cheating is there is no time frame. Well, the okay version of it, there is no time frame. There's spiteful cheating, and then there's revenge cheating. Like, hey, well, look, this happened, such and such time, and now this is happening at this time. There's no time frame. When you're spitefully cheating, if we weren't tied to that aspect, then no, hell no, you don't get that chance, because realistically, in order for you to spitefully cheat, you had to have had your eye out on somebody. So now I know that this is somebody you've been planning on cheating on me with, or you've been willing to cheat on me with, and now I just gave you an excuse to cheat. Honestly, if that's not in your character, then you wouldn't have done it regardless.
Well, then that's why they didn't do it all that time, but you gave them a reason.
Nah, nobody can push you to do things that you really don't want to do.
She wasn't pushed.
Yes,
she
she
made
was.
the decision herself.
What is revenge?
Well, nobody is like only looking like once they get married or get with someone, they're like, I don't see other people anymore. I don't see,
Yeah.
no one else is attractive. Like, no, like, even though if you're in a happy, healthy relationship, that doesn't mean that you don't meet attractive people every single day and you stay committed to your relationship, because that's the kind of person that you are. Now that you've displayed that you're unable to do the basic agreement, the basic part of our agreement, you were not able to do, then you just have to deal with it. And then we will work through it.
Caleb, but we're talking about somebody who is, like, we got to make
We'll
sure.
work through it and we'll get back on the same page. You had your fun. and I
People
had
who don't
mine.
have cheating in their character, okay, they move differently. Have you ever cheated before, Kayla?
I have.
So I don't expect for you to understand.
No,
What?
but
With all
I
due
feel
respect.
like-
That was only one
Rico,
time.
I feel like
All
the
due
that was
respect.
one
circumstance.
relationship.
I feel like the circumstance is different when you're cheated on. I feel like the emotions that are held and like the hurt, like you can like be willing to do
A lot of
something
things.
outside of that relationship now.
Yo, but when you revenge cheat, especially as a woman, like first of all, and we're talking about women who don't do this, like this is something they never did. Like that's the context that we're talking about. They don't.
Right, but him
I'm
cheating
not a-
could be something he never did either, and then one day he did it.
Niggas cheat.
No, that's not true.
25,000.
Yeah, I was
That
just
is a
about to say
misconception
you're talking for men?
Yes.
Niggas cheat?
That's not.
Well,
that-
first of all, I
niggas
already
cheat?
put that. I not only have I said this
No,
numerous
don't put that out there, because now you're saying none of y'all are to be trusted.
I'm not saying
and
none
I
of
don't
us are to be-
believe that.
That's what
there
I heard.
are loyal men. There are men that are loyal. If you are not one of them, then that is okay. But there are men that are loyal,
Well-
that have been loyal, and then one day they make a bad decision. So also the actual. Literally, the actual way you went about cheating also makes a difference. If you went to Vegas and it was one night and I find out about it 6 months later, that's totally different with you having a whole affair with the girl that you see at your coffee shop, and you've been lying to me about where you've been last Thursday, the Thursday before that, the Thursday before that, the Thursday before that. You've been actively deceitful.
That's not cheating.
Versus one night that you went to Vegas. So we have to also contextualize the cheating.
No, we don't.
Yes,
I mean,
we
the-
do.
the revenge-
Absolutely.
the
Cheating
revenge
and an
cheating
affair is two
could've-
different things. We're not blurring the lines. An affair is clearly an affair. An affair is exactly what you just described. Cheating is majority of the times is something that is spontaneous. It's something that has not been organized, and if it was organized, it was like a very, very lightly organized. Like, oh, you're going to the same spot, I'm gonna be at the same spot. Next thing you know, you smashing in the whip. You know what I'm saying? That's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's.
Is that
I'm
normal?
just saying, guys.
Is this what
It's
he-
very
He's
normal.
talking about his own situation. right
Okay.
now.
I'm
That came
talking-
This is coming
too-
from
that came
personal
too quickly
experience.
off the
I'm
tongue.
trying to tell y'all about real life and men.
Your real life.
No,
I'm
men.
sure that happened to you before.
That's
course,
not
like-
happening. I know for a fact that's not happening with every man out here.
Well, not every man qualifies for it to happen.
This is what I feel. I feel like for me, if I was to revenge cheat, it would only be in the time frame where I have him or her on ice. Like if we made up and we like got back
during
together.
the cut you off time.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that. Now I'm not answering your calls. We not
And
talking
then I went
for a
out
few
with my
weeks.
girls. We went to a club and I had a one night stand. Maybe
Okay.
it could go like that as well.
Right.
It doesn't have to be organized. I didn't have to like go to the guy from my job who I find attractive.
Right.
It could have just been I went out with my girls. I got drunk and I was just so mad and
He was fine.
and I was just
I
like,
wasn't
fuck
talking
it.
to you, and I don't,
I wasn't talking to you.
But
Let me ask y'all a question.
I cut you off because I found out you were cheating.
Let me-
Not you admitted to me. And then let's also go about how you found out she
That's
was
not
cheating.
revenge cheating,
Did you
then.
admit to me that you were cheating because of the guilt? Or did somebody slide in my DM and come to me as a woman? Like, these things also matter.
Well, let's also talk about the simple fact that, given the context, if you did cut him off, that's not cheating. Y'all are single. Even a break, if you having sex on a break is not cheating. Like, let's make sure that that's understood. You can feel what you want to feel, but technically speaking, there is no infidelity there because there's no relationship at that current period of time. So because of that, with those giving variables, that does not qualify as revenge cheating. Revenge cheating has to be when y'all are still together as a unit. Now, my question to you ladies is, why would you want to revenge cheat? Think about it. Why would you want to revenge cheat on somebody that you, I guess, want to see things through? Why not just leave?
But your whole mentality right there just shows the lack of understanding in how a long-term relationship goes. Just because we have a fight or you cheated or we're on odds, that does not mean that we are not together.
Yeah,
People
I
go
actually
through
didn't
things.
say
We
break
go up,
I
we
said on
go
ice.
down.
Yeah, she
I'm
said-
not talking to you. I'm mad at you. But when you in it with somebody, these things happen. That doesn't mean we're not together. So as a woman, I do feel like I'm cheating if I were to be with somebody outside of, when we got into that fight or when I found out you were cheating. I'm still going to feel like I'm cheating because I want to be with you. I'm only out here because you are acting a motherfucking fool.
You don't want to
That's
be
the
with
only
them.
reason that I'm out here.
If you wanted to be with them, you would find out a better, more lucrative solution.
Lucrative?
Yeah, like something that's gonna actually make it make sense. There's nothing good in your decision to revenge cheat if you truly want to be with somebody. All you did was add. It's like if I was cooking a meal, right? If I was cooking a meal and it was already too much salt, only thing you did was add more salt to the pot. So now I got to deal with your own personal guilt because you feel bad that you did something foolish. And now I got to also deal with my personal guilt and then also try to take on both of our guilts and try to find a way to make things right because technically I was the cheating initiator, which is not really fair. So my question is,
It's not fair.
it's not fair because just because somebody does something wrong doesn't make it okay for you to do something wrong and then say, well, now we can kind of get together.
Well, I have a
The person that's done wrong doesn't get a say in that.
Rico. Does revenge cheating also include telling your partner that you revenge cheated, or do you just revenge cheat for yourself just to like,
Yeah.
How would they know?
right? Like, I don't think that anyone's gonna come back to their partner and be like, okay, well,
I'm
I did
not gonna
this.
tell them. Why
Like,
would you tell them? You're not gonna tell them.
I'm so good at my
It's
job.
just gonna make you
no,
feel
well,
better.
I'm
to
saying
know
that to
to
Rico
know
because
that, but I'm
Rico
not
was
gonna
like,
tell 'em.
you're gonna be dealing with your guilt. Your guilt.
Oh, no.
I'll be dealing
I'm not
with
gonna
my
feel
guilt,
guilty.
and I don't really think that's how it is. I think that if you revenge cheat, it's just that's on you. If you feel guilty yourself, then maybe you feel guilty. If you feel like you did the right thing and maybe you can go back to your relationship now because you know you got one up on him and you guys can work it out and be back in a relationship so that way that you're not that angry at him, then that works
Then
for some
that's that,
people.
yeah.
We can go that way. We can go that route. We can definitely talk about that. But to answer your question initially, the reason that I did say that is because we were speaking about a person who doesn't cheat. That was the topic, right? We were speaking about somebody that's not in their character. So how would you know when I answered this? Because I knew that question was going to come about at some point, but I tried to beat it. You know what I'm saying? Was the simple fact that you can see it on them. You can usually see somebody who has done wrong. There's a lot of people who done like, I don't want to compare cheating to selling drugs, right? But let's just say we did. Somebody who sold drugs for the first time, they look like they sold drugs for the first time. Like they just look uncomfortable in the whole process. So somebody who's cheated for the first time, they look uncomfortable with the process of only just of the simple fact of dealing with them within themselves. It's not about me or the relationship. It's usually that, damn, I kind of let myself down because I know I'm better than this. And I cheated for the first time. You done broke the ice to really be like, I'm a cheater. You
But
know
that
they
doesn't
say.
turn people into cheaters. Because my cheating situation, I was 19. I was young and dumb, and I never cheated after that. I never cheated on anyone after that. I just left them.
So once a cheater, not
But
always a
I
cheater.
feel like if I was like with, I just don't believe that either. I
Okay.
don't believe that. And let's hope that's not the case for you, young sir, you know? But what I do think is that people can change. So if people have made a change, they're doing different things in their life, they're doing different things in their life. They deserve the benefit of the doubt, especially if they are displaying the behaviors and they're being honest and they're actually doing their work. I genuinely think that that's possible.
So all right, follow me. Could y'all live with a guy? By live, I don't mean like physically. I mean like
Entertaining or
Well,
dating.
I mean like just. Could you live with a guy? Could you live with the fact that knowing a man has cheated on you at some point in your relationship and remain the same that you were when you initially were dating?
Oh no, I'll be acting real different.
I never did it, so I have no idea. I never been cheated on as far as I know my knowledge. So I don't know.
Well, I would have to say that too. Like to my knowledge, I have never been cheated on, but just for any slight convenience,
Because we're good.
like, ew. Like, if this is not funny.
That's why I feel like the revenge cheating is necessary, because I don't even know, like, if that happened to me, how could I get through that? And the only way I could think about getting through that is like, we have a family and I've invested a lot of years.
But
then I'm gonna go, okay,
are you really like getting back? Because I know I'm not like that. Even if I get mad about something else, like, and we work back together, I really still be acting different. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it's gonna take a while. That's gonna be a hard feat.
cheating.
So I would just say, just don't do it, because it really and after I did that with like that, this was my college sweetheart or whatever. He happened to move away, and I don't know what was going on, right? But after that, we got back together, but it just was never the same.
Did you
like
tell
he
him
could
you cheated,
never. No.
So there was nothing to get over.
I didn't. No. He said that he had a dream, and he asked me if during the summer that he was gone, did something happen? And I told him the truth, because I can't lie.
Why do guys?
Omission is different than lying, right? It never came up. Do you hear trees fall in the forest? No, right? It could have just it was one time, it could have just went to the grave. But he asked me, so I can't lie to his face. So I told him.
Was it a one night stand?
It wasn't a one night stand, because I knew this person for years. We went to college together, but it just was one night. And that's it. And he knew I had a boyfriend too. We were like,
it was a one night stand. Why she lying? But listen.
No, I knew him. Like, this was a
Trayla,
friend.
I'm talking to you with my teeth closed. Be honest.
Honest what?
Did you see him before this?
Yeah,
Before this night?
Yes, I went to school with him.
No.
Years.
I don't mean.
No, I actually was close with him. Like, I knew him personally.
So was it organized?
It wasn't organized.
So how did you? Okay.
It was just after.
You guys were having wine.
Go ahead. No.
You guys
Stop.
were studying.
He was in a frat.
Gemini
he was in Omega
friend,
Sci-Fi.
stop. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to
Gemini
take off
friend.
for her.
I'm not ashamed of this. People make mistakes. This was 10 years
it's not
ago,
about
so
making
I'm
a
cool
mistake.
on it.
I just want to see if it was really a one night stand.
It wasn't a one night stand. It
So
was
what was
a
it?
one night.
What was it?
One night stand is
No,
with a
but you
stranger.
don't know that person.
That's with a stranger.
One night stands are not always with strangers.
Yes, they are.
I could have known. Not saying this has happened. Not saying it will. I could have known Amanda on 8 at the table for
Lying now.
4 years.
Not saying this has happened.
No, I'm saying I could have known Amanda for 4 years at 8 at the table, okay? 4 years passed by, me and Amanda see each other at a networking event, and this boom, 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 boom happens. That's still a one night stand.
I don't think that's a one night stand.
Nah, I would be
A
like,
one
I
night
fucked him
stand
once.
is you met them one night.
No.
You met them
That's
one
not a
night
one-night
and you
stand.
never seen them again.
No.
That's a one night
A
stand.
one night stand means I actually
No,
never ever pursued you and you never pursued me, and then one night one night we decide to pursue each other.
Let's look this up, because I think most people would agree that a one night stand is when you go out and you meet someone that night and you go and have sex with them that night.
But
That's
they
a
could be
one
a
night
familiar
stand.
face.
Not
Maria's
a
on
friend
it
of
with
yours
the
that you
definition.
bonded with, talk to, you
But
know
wait,
them,
wait.
you're close with them, and then one night something happens. That's
You were
called-
not bonded with
that's
him.
called-
Cut it out, Capper.
That's
You was
called-
not bonded with this man.
No, I was. He was a good friend of mine.
Oh, brother.
He really was. I met him freshman week. We were super cool.
Kayla.com sells blue Yankee hats.
You don't even have to be together for so long. Some people just don't want to leave.
Oh, no.
can't
If it's been a
revenge-
short time, I'm
you
just
cannot
breaking up
revenge
with you.
cheat
I'm
in
not
8
about to
months.
be, no. If I've only been with you a year or two and find out you cheat on me, I'm just done with you.
I'll be in love.
We would have had to be
2
together
months.
for
Like,
She said I'd be in love.
no, I feel that though.
I don't want to leave
situation
you.
I'm in
I
only been,
like you
3
too
months.
much. I don't want to leave. Why did you do this? Okay, I'm gonna get my lick back and I'm gonna come back.
Nah, but if you really, it's
Getting a
to
lick
me-
back with cheating sounds a little
To me, the time
derogatory.
going by gives you a little bit more of an excuse. Like, we've been doing this for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit more of an excuse of why you would just maybe want something different one night. But, like, it's only been a couple months. It's only been a year. Are you already cheating on me? Nah, you gone. You gone.
In your revenge cheat
You
process,
gone.
like, listen, and I think anybody who has ever cheated got to take this into consideration, because I've cheated and it's hurt the person that I cheated on, right? So let's just say if I'm in a relationship right now and we're having a very, very good relationship, and something happens and she cheats on me, I'm not thinking about revenge cheating. That's my karma for everybody that I cheated on in the past.
As you should think.
But I think that what happens is we have people who have cheated in the past with their sweethearts, and then think that it's okay to get their lick back.
Oh, that's shade.
So how?
I was about to say, what are you talking
Okay, but
about?
so how many women have you actually cheated on?
2 of them.
2?
Yeah.
Only two.
2 out of the, I only dated 4 women.
You've only dated 4 women.
Yeah. Seriously.
So 50-50 cheater.
50-50. One of them, though, don't really count because we was like 17.
At what age was
Still
this?
counts.
17 and 21.
17 and 21. Okay, so that's relatively young.
Yeah.
That
You know,
still counts.
you.
Well,
It still
17
counts, but to me,
Shit, I cheated
when
in
you're
middle
when you're
school.
under the
I
age
count
of
that.
like when you're under the age of like 22, I don't even think you think
Maybe even a little bit in
like,
24.
you are like not thinking straight. You are like thinking like
No,
crazy.
I was thinking straight.
You're on your rock.
I was thinking straight, and I knew what I was doing. There was no
So it's more of an
excuses.
affair situation.
No. Affair is different. Like, affair is really, you know what an affair is? An affair is a side chick. That's an
Correct.
affair.
But
Like,
it doesn't even have to be a side chick.
It doesn't even have to be a side. I feel like you treat sides differently, but it could just be
That's
a
what
whole
I'm saying. You give
other
sides a little bit
girlfriend.
of respect, don't you?
well, you have 2.
And you do just like a slide.
You have 2 sides. You have the sides that you truly, truly like, and really you wish that you could have both of them, right?
That's like a second girlfriend.
Wow.
You didn't really say side though.
Right, she's just girlfriend number
No,
2.
she's a side. She's on the side. She knows her role. She plays it well. He may know his
so
role.
she's aware.
That's
Of
what
course.
I'm saying. Maybe
Okay.
But that's
What
an
about
affair.
the girls that are not aware?
Well, there's no girls that should not be aware. I think that's corny.
well, you guys are really good.
I think
Didn't you say?
He's saying he's that talented that there's no
no.
way.
I mean, when you tell a woman the real, see, the thing is this: if a guy lies, if a guy is in a relationship,
It would be you.
this is cheating 101. If you're gonna cheat,
Let's hear
right?
it.
You never lie about your relationship. You never lie about your relationship, because if you're lying about your relationship, that's when girls come to you as a woman. Because they're like, yo, we didn't know that about you, and I know you don't know about me. So let's make the clear transparency of this conversation, blah, 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 blah. So, when you gonna cheat, you gotta be honest. Yo, I got a girl. I love my girl. You know what I'm saying? But this is just going to be whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? This is as farthest this is going to go.
girl.
At the end of the day, I'm still going to be with my girlfriend. I'm not choosing you over my girlfriend. These are terms that you got to set from the beginning of your actions, right? And then usually, you get a 50-50. You get the, I'm not really into that. I've been cheated on, and, and I don't want to be that girl. And then you get the other girls that be like, all right, cool. You know what? I respect it. Now I know where to place you. I'm not going to take you too serious. I'm going to put my guard up with my feelings with you, and we're going to have fun. And those are the girls that last a long time. And then that's when you can actually be, a safe cheater.
I just want to say that I do not condone this cheating workshop. I want no parts. I made one mistake 10 years ago. I learned my lesson, and I do not support or condone cheating. I would never cheat. I'm very happy, and I did not buy tickets to this, just so that y'all know. I
That
am
is
not
so
an
funny.
attendee.
You didn't know what you were signing
Wait,
up
did
for,
you ever
man.
get caught?
Yes, but no, but
this
So
yes.
you
lie
didn't
isn't
tell
even
her.
real.
So you didn't. She didn't.
Isn't even
so
real.
she
Well, the
asked
thing is
you,
that I didn't
so
really
she
get
asked
caught.
you and you lied.
No, I no. Here's the thing. That's why I said yes, but no, because I knew she knew, but she was so
Who's she? Your girlfriend?
at the time. You said
So your girlfriend
yeah.
at the time knew you were cheating.
She knew I cheated, right?
Okay.
She
Cheated.
did.
Yeah, cheating.
So what? You had a one night stand with a random, or
Yeah,
okay?
right. And she knew I cheated, right? And the thing was with her, it wasn't about me cheating, and it wasn't because we were also relatively young, so she was kind of mature enough to. It's weird. She never asked me questions she didn't want to know the answer to, which I thought was dope. Right? So she was like, I'm not even gonna ask him, but I know it. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I felt it because after I cheated, the next like week she's acting real funny and it's like mad hard to make her happy and like, getting her to smile was just difficult. But at the end of
Going
the
through your phone?
no, I really I don't know.
Sometimes it's intuition.
I don't know. Yeah, you could feel it
Like
probably.
not
like,
even like saying cheating per se, but like there has been
She saw
time
that
with my
phone.
ex where like I just like I know you lying.
And he knew. And look,
I
your
know
man.
you lying. I don't got
something's
no
off.
proof. I'm not, but I know you lying. So
And-
sometimes you just kind of know.
It's just, and it's not just. Look, she had a whole story, right, where the dude was like, "What did you do during the summer?" This was random. It's when some you can. I don't want to say for
Yeah,
sure.
maybe he just knew. Maybe he
A
had
lot of girls
feeling.
be thinking, yo, honestly, and I also got this. I got accused for cheating, and I wasn't. I was really,
Facts.
Now
That's
I
you
when
was
it
wasn't
goes
really
to
to
it.
chilling.
I feel like Keisha Cole, like that happened to me. I never cheated on this man. I literally was like, he put me through hell. I literally was like, all this that you putting me through, I should have cheated,
And that's why I went.
but I didn't. I literally didn't.
So one of the reasons why I cheated in one of my relationships, because I was getting accused, I said this here at the table, so I made her right. You wanted me to cheat so bad.
I don't like that excuse.
No, I don't like that.
It's not.
either.
Well,
We just
first of all,
broke up
it's
because
not an
it was
excuse.
just toxic.
It wasn't an excuse. It was a hey.
So was it like on your way out, or did you stay with her after that?
Now we sit together. Yeah.
I thought he said we're still together.
No, we
I
stayed
was
together.
like,
Oh, I swear to God, he said still, as
I
in
said-
current.
No, we stayed
Hey,
together.
mama.
No, we stayed. No, I said, now we stayed together, and we worked it out. And then the problem, see, this is the problem. Like, if you're not a cheater and then you cheat, it's very deadly because it opens your mind back up to the market, especially if you have a good time.
oh yeah, I'm a
If you
demon
cheat
now.
and have a bad time, you just feel like a fool.
No. Some people feel guilty. I felt guilty.
Was it good?
Oh shit. She said yeah.
So did it end
But
after you cheated?
I never happened again.
No. Did your relationship end after you cheated?
No, we stayed together for like 3 more years.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, like we worked
'Cause
through
I
it. We actually
don't-
went to therapy and everything because our
At
kids-
19?
In college?
What's
Yeah.
up with y'all? Y'all are
Well,
crazy.
Howard has a mental health center, and
went to
students
Howard?
get to partake in all of the campus resources. You get free dental, you get free medical, you get free mental health, and that was there. And his dad actually suggested it. His dad literally told
He
him.
told his dad.
Yeah, he told his
cheated?
dad. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
Lord.
both very close.
I
to
would
our
have had it.
parents.
I would have said, I'm leaving. You told your dad?
What?
We're both very
Nah.
close to our parents. We both really are.
When
Like,
was
my
his-
mom is my best friend,
when
and his
was-
dad told him.
coulda never
His
walked
dad
up
told
in
him
his
to
house
make a
again.
decision. His dad was like, make a decision. Either stay with her and work it out, or break up with her. But don't do this like thing where it's just like, what do you want to do, or try to make it like just figure it out. So we did our therapy.
Yo, no.
We were good. I thought we were good.
I'm
but
sorry.
then
That
he
would have
could
made
never.
me sick.
Yeah, that's just how that went.
Yo.
But then years later, he came back. But I was just like, no.
This is why I say not everybody's equipped to be a parent. Man, like, what? No.
What?
Absolutely not. See, here's the thing. Friend,
He could never trust me, and so he broke up with me those 3 years later. We stayed together 3 more years. He could never trust me, so then he broke up with me. But then a year later, he came back and was just like, I love you, and like,
But wait, how much time did you guys spend apart for you to have this cheating night?
a month. It was only a
wasn't
summer.
What?
His max is 2 months. Be real. Look, you on the real.com hour now.
Okay,
at the
listen.
table.
It was like 3.5 months, right?
Cap.
I was okay.
What
I
kind
was
of
young.
summer is
I was
this?
used to being with this man every night. to like not seeing you for like 3 months. I was young and immature.
Yo, women always want excuses for their wrongdoings.
Yeah, but
No,
if you guys
you
know
were
what?
you wanted to cheat. You was horny that night, and that's all it is. Call it for what it is. Because if I come to a woman and be like, "Yo, babe, I cheated because I was drunk," the first thing she's gonna say is, "That's not an excuse." So what I'm gonna tell you is, that's not an excuse.
I
mean, you
I'm not.
get
I didn't
really
make
horny
an
when you're
excuse
drunk.
for it. I
You like this
apologized.
dude.
I apologized. It never happened again.
And his dad
So
gave
were
him
you
terrible
like really
advice.
attracted to this guy that you cheated with?
Yes. Would you do it again all over?
Mm-mm.
I feel like
It wasn't worth it.
makes sense.
Who
Like,
knows
first
what
of
my
all-
life would be
No.
now if I
Yes.
didn't do that and if we would have stayed together and got
Not
married?
the
Who knows?
relationship, not the relationship
Oh.
aspect. I'm talking about the dude that you slept with.
Mhm.
Like, take everything out. Take the cheating, the fact you were in a relationship. Take the fact that you had to go through whatever you had to go through in your relationship. Take
Mhm.
all of that out. Throw it
Okay.
all. It never happened.
Okay.
Would you have slept with him again?
Yeah.
well, she liked
Thank you.
it. Why wouldn't she?
That's all I
he's
wanted to
fine.
know.
He's still fine. Very successful too now.
You see?
But
Would you
nah,
sleep
like
with him now?
no.
What's his name?
I'm very
Jamal?
happy. No.
What's his
Nah, I'm
name?
very happy in my current situation. I
Terrell?
would never cheat. I would never cheat.
Oh, you're in a relationship.
Mhm.
Oh, listen. No disrespect to your man, right?
Mhm.
No disrespect, bro.
Nah, I'm
we
good. I
respect
would never cheat.
everybody here at Eight at the Table.
Yeah,
I
girls
didn't know
don't
that.
cheat.
Yeah, women
Who
just
don't-
do not cheat.
wait, what?
Especially once they're over the age of 25. It's just
joke.
not even possible.
Thank you. Wait, can you say
Joke.
all that?
It's a joke.
I'm not joking.
Women do cheat.
I've since the age of 20, like since I've been grown, I've never cheated on nobody.
Yeah.
But you're
I've
not.
never cheated on nobody.
You're not all women. Thank you, Amanda. Like, somebody gonna be honest here.
What?
Like,
What?
you was an active participant in the cheating before.
Wait, what? And somebody else cheating?
Like, yes. So let's say you. Okay, because this is what the thing is.
Uh,
You're a cheater. I want to make this new rule.
no, that's
I'm gonna
not
make this
accurate.
I'm making this new
Cheated,
rule.
like you just
I
said
make-
earlier. Cheated
Kayla.com.
that one time, Rico.
Kayla.com. I'm making a new rule. You heard this here at
You
Eight
don't
at the
make
Table.
the rules.
I do make the rules.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
Give me my mallet, right? So this is what from here on out I want everybody to understand. Maybe you've never cheated in your life, but if you slept with somebody while they were in a relationship, you're still a cheater because you are the reason why that person was able to cheat.
You're a homewrecker. That's what that.
Yeah,
that's what
you're
that's
more of a
called.
homewrecker than
I
a
think-
cheater.
That's not a cheater.
Listen, homewrecker,
I'm not in a
cheater.
relationship. I'm
they're-
not saying that's.
I didn't make
but
a
I'm just
commitment to
saying,
anyone.
If
So how many
if
homes?
You're a home
Ready?
wrecker.
If
How
you
many homes have you wrecked,
if you-
Amanda?
No, that's not what I said. Like, don't even do me. If you participate in any intimate sexual activity with someone who is in a relationship, that is not cheating. You are not a cheater. You are not in a relationship with anyone. You are a homewrecker. That is what a homewrecker is called. You came into a situation where you knew that whoever you were having sex with had someone else. You didn't care. You still went ahead and did that. You're a homewrecker. That
Yep.
is not a cheater. He is the cheater.
Oh, brother.
Homewreckers are just the worst.
Oh, so they're
'Cause
worse
they
than the cheaters.
They know.
I mean, they're equally the same. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you have to have some kind of moral plane
Correct.
to continue making the decisions that you make.
You ever heard it takes two to tango?
Yeah, but
It
at the
takes
same
two, but
at
if
the-
it
but
takes a
does
homewrecker
the
and a
person-
cheater.
Does the person know? If the person doesn't know,
No,
that's
no,
totally
that's
different.
different.
But if the person knows, you know this man has a woman. You know this
You're gonna
girl.
get the title
You
either
know
way.
this girl has a whole man that she lives with, and you still go out with her, and you still have sex.
No,
with her.
I think that women tend to they act naive.
Rico.
So they
my
don't
goodness.
get as much blame. They act naive. Oh, he said it's complicated. Oh, he just lives with her. Oh, they just they just co-parenting. Like, girl, you know damn well
They just co
that they fucking and they still together. You bringing yourself into this situation that you don't even need to bring yourself into, and it's, oh, I didn't know. He didn't tell me. Oh, he gave me these little excuses, but you know. Woman's intuition, you knew.
That is true.
Facts.
When someone is in a deep relationship, right? But when somebody is single and they're dating you, right? And you have conversations with them about who else they're dating, and they say they're not dating anyone else, and you find out they're dating someone else, You know what I'm saying?
I don't know those kind of situations because
I've
Kayla's
been-
speaking from experience.
I'm speaking from experience
Once
and
you
something
dealing
I
with me, you
recently
dealing with
went
me.
through with a single person.
He was not.
He was a
nobody
single
else.
person.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was a
You
single
thought
person.
He was single.
He went on TV and told the world he was single. He's a single person.
TV is different than real life. We know that.
No, yeah, because
Well,
if
that's
someone asks, you gotta say you.
If
You
they're,
gotta
if they're
say
not
you're
publicly
single.
claiming anyone, they're telling the world that they're
single.
single.
But it's on
then why should
technicality.
you not think that they're single because they're dating other people?
No, hold on.
'Cause you're
Don't be
dating other people
sensitive.
too,
Don't
so.
be sensitive. It's on technicality. You got to say you're single. I'm not gonna bring up your name, especially on TV for what? Like we're dating.
If I'm not claiming you, then I'm not going to bring your name
If
up.
we're dating and we're not like in a serious place where I'm calling you my girlfriend, I'm not going on national TV to say like I'm not single.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna
exactly.
say,
That's all the point is.
yeah, but don't get in your feelings and be like, okay, well, he said he's single, so I'm gonna do whatever. Like, you know, he fuck with you.
Who?
I don't.
How long did this last, Kayla?
That's what I'm saying.
Very short. It was just a couple weeks.
You sensitive, girl.
No, I'm not. I'm not sensitive. I just don't like liars. If you're not in a relationship, you have no reason to lie. If you are a single person who is single, then stand in your truth. Do what you do. If you're out here, then be out here as a single man. But if you're single, why are you lying about what you're doing? You're not obligated
To be
me,
honest-
to her, to anyone if you're single.
I used to
That's
lie.
all I
I
said.
think
When I'm
this-
single, I don't be lying.
I
Like
think
I'm
this
single. I'm
generation
dating. If
mixes
I'm dating
up
you, then
all
you're
of
one of the
those,
people that
like-
I'm dating. But that's it. I'm not going to lie to you and say, "Oh, I'm not dating anyone else." When I know I'm dating other people, I don't owe you anything. We're not in a
be
relationship.
honest,
The terminology in this like day and age is so confusing because there's no way you're dating me and I gotta ask you who else you dating. No, we're dating. You're dating me.
Dating is just.
If we're just fucking, say that. Say that.
But are you dating the person? Dating someone and being in a relationship to me are
If
two
I'm
different
seeing-
things.
Can you define the two? Like,
Yeah.
what's dating someone?
think
and
women know the
what-
difference.
Yeah, like
I personally,
like your.
yeah, I
definition.
personally believe dating is going on dates. You are
Okay.
getting to know a person. You're learning them. They're a stranger. You don't know them. It's been a couple weeks. You're getting to know them. You're learning a person over a few months, a few weeks, whatever the case may be. Being in a relationship means I'm exclusive with you. I've made verbal commitments to you, and I'm going to follow up with those per my actions. Those are two different places to me.
So what you just explained as dating, I would say is courting. If you're trying to get to know me and we're going out and we're trying to do that and like filling each other out, that's courting to me. Dating,
But that means you're intentionally dating. Not all people are intentionally dating. They're out here and open to meet people. Hey, I'm meeting people. Until I find someone I want to intentionally date.
okay.
But until then, I'm not intentionally dating every single person I go on a date with. I don't know you like that yet. I don't know if I want to court you yet. I don't know you. I just met you. You're cute. You're pretty, but I don't know you. So I have to get to know you over some dating, maybe a month or whatever. And then I say, you know what? I like this. I'm
month
gonna
of
start
dating. No box. You're bugging.
What? Absolutely.
yeah, I
Don't
feel
give him
like-
the box.
I feel like once
Absolutely.
we start-
And wait
once
until
we
he's
start-
intentionally dating and he's want to be exclusive with you.
I was intentionally
Then you
dating
give
when
him the box.
Wait, first of all, stop it. That's foolish, guys. Don't ever listen to that.
That is, ladies, listen to me.
Oh my god.
If he ain't the one, he'll skedaddle. I'm telling you, hold on to the box.
He wants. Listen, fellas. What I'm gonna tell you is, hang on tight. You ain't the one, but just play your part until the job is done.
Again,
Rico.
this cheaters toxic workshop is it's
I don't
free
know.
99. Do
Dating
not
to me
subscribe to
It's
that.
just
Because
like
here's the
we're
thing, to
going
think
on
that-
dates and like we like, you know, we seeing each other all the time. We're having sex. We're dating until
no.
until
Why
you
is-
officially ask me to be your girlfriend, then we're in a relationship. But before that, I feel like we're
Amanda,
dating.
I don't
Wait,
think dating-
is it fair? Like, if he's dating you and he's dating someone else and he's feeling
If
both of
we're
you?
getting
Thank
into
you.
the dating
Marie.
kind of section, like you're not talking that you're no, there's nobody
Wait,
else.
no.
this
If you're dating, he can be dating or she can be dating other people. Like
That's
you,
why I don't-
he's
that's why I
vibing
said
with
I
you.
don't get this terminology. So you can't be
I
doing
don't
that.
understand.
now.
They're not, but they're not yours. And the thing is
Right.
that people
Everyone's
want to
fine.
claim people that they don't even know. You don't even know if you want him because you don't even know him.
That's why we courted.
So
Thank you, Amanda. Wait,
Yeah,
stop
but courting still you don't know him
but
because
courting-
he has a representative out there to try to
Because-
impress
Yo,
you.
you know
still
what-
don't really
You know what
him.
intentionally
Okay.
dating is as a guy?
Courting and dating then are two different.
two
things.
different
Are
things.
different
No,
things.
that's what I
but,
said.
But that's what
Dating,
Amanda
then
was saying.
courting, then a
What she explained
relationship,
as
then
dating,
marriage.
I said I
So
explained.
you automatically court? No. So how many?
At first, if someone asks me on a date, hey, like I like you, like let's go on a date, that's courting to me.
No, that's not courting.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yes, that's
say I'm
courting.
automatically
Date
dating
one?
this
Date
person.
one, date 1 through 4 is courting.
What?
No, I think date 4 and on is
Correct.
courting.
Because
Because-
I honestly not going to give you
Uh-uh.
after date 2. If I'm not
Maria's-
feeling you, I'm not
Maria's
going to keep
opinion
seeing
on
I
you.
this
went on a
part-
date with
How ma-
two. I went
How
on
many-
2
you can go
dates.
on first. You can go on like 5 first dates. Those are not
No,
courting.
okay,
Right.
no, Marie. I went on 2 dates with a guy. I would never out my mouth say I'm dating him.
Ever.
No,
Because you're not.
because I'm not.
He's
You only
courting.
went on one date with
He's
him.
courting.
No, you don't even know him. You
know
only went on
you.
one date with him, and you
See,
need to
I
go.
think-
You need time to go
Why
verify all that
recording?
stuff he told you on that first date.
I think the game has changed, and maybe we need to understand how the game has changed. Okay.
Okay, so
The
how
game
many
has-
how many dates for real?
How many
I
dates
got you.
before
I got you,
courting?
Amanda.
Okay,
I got you. I think the game has changed, and we need to understand how the game has changed. Maybe, because I don't know. I wasn't here, prior to this new age stuff. So, or dating prior to this new age stuff, right? Maybe before you used to date and then court. In this day and age, you court and then date, right? So you need to show that you're worthy by doing dates 1 through 4, which we consider courting, because then then it becomes a point where I'm intentionally dating you. You know when a man is intentionally dating you? When he's not dating nobody else.
Exactly.
So that's when I'm
That's
intentionally
courtship,
dating.
though.
Can I just quickly
That's
can I
courtship.
just say this?
Yeah.
Okay. Dating is casually getting to know a person. You may eventually have a romantic relationship, while courting is romantically involved with someone with the intention of marrying.
Damn. Okay. Well, I tell you what, we changed that definition.
I was about
So-
to say,
so-
I make my own
Like,
rules.
no, I know you guys make your own rules,
But-
and you
but I
you
do-
might name it something different, but
But
what it is
That's
what it is.
what it is. But
So
the,
then-
but that not seeing the definition for what it really is why women are
So then-
unmarried.
Because she's probably
why
like,
women
he's
are not
courting
getting
me.
what they want.
He's
Because
not.
people are letting people court them into trial marriages, being with people 5, 6, 7 years. We're not doing that. Like, you're gonna court me for marriage. You're not gonna court me to date me and put me on a shelf for years.
But that's what
until
women
you
want.
figure out what you want to do. And this is why a lot of women are still unmarried. And like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? No, like, we've dating. You're gonna get to know me. Then you're gonna start courting me, and you show me that you want me to be a part of your life. You want to marry
That's
me.
not how
Then
this
you need
works.
to marry
Yeah.
me. But courting has a time frame. It's not 5 years. I don't care what he's telling you, sis. It's not 5 years. He knows in 5 years if he wants you or not, and he more than likely doesn't. That's just what I think.
Boyfriend and
All right, guys, that
You're
sounds.
gonna be a forever girlfriend
I think
unless
it
you guilt
sounds
trip
good,
him into it. or
but
something.
y'all speaking from a certain woman's standpoint. As a man, the reason why the rules have changed because women have changed, right? So the men are now going by the women's rules. So in order for a woman to even allow a man to quote unquote court them, he needs to be showing and demonstrating the acts of courting them before he's even allowed to court them for marriage in this day and age, right? I gotta show you that I can take you to Roof Chris every Friday if you want. I gotta show you that I have whatever, penthouse or good luxury living that I may have. I gotta show you that I have a certain stability within my home, and I gotta demonstrate that with you. I gotta go ahead and open the door and buy you these roses, right? Which realistically, all of those gestures and those acts that I had to do in the initial dating aspect then follows by, like, is expected to continue throughout the actual relationship. So that's why the game has flipped. Because before it was like, if I could date you and be like, yo, I take you on one date and I don't call you back and it wasn't a game changer, then that would be cool.
Right.
But now if I take you on date and I don't call you back and I don't take you on another date, it's over. I don't even get a second chance. So we don't even get like,
Do you want a second chance?
Because if you did, then why didn't you call me back?
yo, do women think the world revolves around them? Like, men be really busy, okay? I didn't call you back because I'm working.
Yeah,
I
but you
call
didn't say
That's
you didn't say
fine.
I didn't call you back the next day. You said I didn't call you back.
Never.
No,
Period.
I did say the next day. You just heard
Okay.
what you wanted to hear.
No.
This is
No.
this is.
Roll the tape.
We can roll it.
Okay, so
we can roll
after
it.
how many dates? After how many dates does this courtship? If
To
you
me,
may?
after 4 dates.
After 4, I
Yeah.
think 4 is an appropriate number as well.
Because like you know you vibing with the person or not. Like date one is not courting.
Courtship is when, like, all
Can I
that
tell
those
y'all something?
pleasantries.
I ain't courting nothing I ain't hit. Promise you that.
Absolutely not. Do
Date
not do
1
it.
through 4, we better have hit. Once I hit, then I court.
Don't do
I'm
it.
not
So
court.
then you courting starting date 5.
No, I court start date 2. First of all, you.
Do you know her in date 2?
I better. If not, she go.
Because you just said you're very busy to even call her back. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming y'all not having late night.
I said the next
discussions
day.
about her childhood.
Kayla-
So do you know her?
Kayla, you have ears?
I'm feeling like you don't know her.
Kayla, I said the next day very clearly.
The next day.
Yeah, call her back the next day.
Called her back the next day.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but if I call her back the day after that, you know what I'm saying? First of all, it should take a man about
You
7
should
days to.
text me the next morning.
7 days.
No, first of all, you didn't even listen to me. You just ran.
It should take the man 7 days to.
Get on the first date, right? So I should know you a little bit. First of all, any man who's paying money and going on an extravagant date and he don't know the girl is a fool, and you really shouldn't trust him because he's just obviously not that smart. Like, you're not as special as you think you are in a very humble way, right? He's just very frivolous and
So you
probably
basically-
impulsive.
You guys are chatting, like you guys are talking.
Yeah, we're talking for
Okay.
7 days.
Phone.
I know you
Yeah.
enough to be like, yo, you know what? I want to
Okay,
invest
great.
my time and energy into this person. So I'm not going on no date that I not.
That you don't click.
It doesn't have to be expensive though.
Well, I was just
No,
saying
but
that
it
because
actually
Go
just
to a
makes it
little
a little bit
rooftop.
more comfortable anyway. That if you're talking,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
before.
No, you definitely. I don't think you should, as a woman, even waste your time or lashes going out with someone that you don't really
Oh,
know.
I don't even
like
do
that.
all that.
Like, you should really like him a lot before you let him.
I have
take
to
you
like,
out.
yeah, I have to like him a lot to even do the lashes. If I just don't know you and I'm just gonna see what you about, there's none of that going on.
No.
that's a FaceTime
You
call.
can meet me for a gym date, or you can meet me
gym
for.
date?
Take me.
Yeah, I
You like
work
gym
out
dates?
often. Yeah, and then after that, we can go and get avocado toast and.
That's why I was a
smoothie.
personal.
Still likes you now because you said you work out.
No. That wasn't. I was just thinking because as a personal trainer, those are my number one. Do you like the gym? Yeah, let's work out.
Nah, a workout day is usually I give somebody I don't know if I really like that, because I'm not trying to give you too much time, and like I'm not trying to do too much for you, but let's get you around, see what you talking about.
Let me ask you a question. Out of all the men that you've dated and or saw, right? Serious and non-serious relationship,
Mhm.
right? If you gave an average number by the demand that they are in, from 1 to 10, 10 being that they are in the most demand,
Mm-hmm.
what would you rate them?
The most demand in terms of the market, the dating pool.
Yes.
I would give them a median number of all of them together.
Not a median, because we all have had 1s and 10s. I mean an average. Like,
Okay.
if you had 10 people that were
Okay,
a
I
10,
would probably give them.
and be honest, not biased.
I'm gonna be honest.
Be like, yo, he's really a lame, but he's nice to me.
No.
Like,
No. I'm gonna give him probably like an 8.
You got the 8s?
Yeah, and that's also the problem.
Wait, what's the age?
They
Go
have
ahead.
Sorry, I didn't even get the
option
question.
syndrome is at an all-time high for our 8s.
It's not a syndrome.
Yes, it is. Very attractive men that are very charismatic. They know how to talk to women, or they got money, they got bread, they got some type of leadership qualities. All the women want them. And so their option syndrome is literally up here.
Mhm.
And so, that the dating process with them is a little bit more difficult to really stand. Are they intentional, or is this what they do? So that was kind
Are
of
they
my
just that
issue.
good?
Right. Or because these men are professionals.
Mhm. They know how
Okay.
to professionally
So they
Forget
know
the
how to
panties,
what
girl.
to say, how to say it. You know what I mean? And so I even pick up on little things
Rico,
like that.
how
I've
do you
learned.
do it?
Well, I would say expect, since we want to call
That
things,
was,
Yes,
that was
tell
being
us.
funny, but
Tell
niggas
us.
started talking.
since you want to talk about syndromes, right? I think, hey, bring the camera over here. Expectation syndrome is at an all-time high.
Wow.
Because the fact that you got all these
is-
expectations. Stop. Don't ruin my moment.
And
That's
is
that expectation syndrome right there. Exhibit A. No, but expectation syndrome is at an all-time high. Because if the same thing, for you to expect somebody or whatever to have all of the options and expect them to only choose you is kind of crazy to me. It's like having a rich man saying you can only buy one car.
For real?
It sounds crazy, right? I know.
I think
I'm
that
shocked too.
that was horrible.
That is blasphemous.
No, what it is, it's reality.
Oh my goodness.
Like we've been bought into this fairy tale
ladies,
thing.
this is
I
the
don't think
pool
that's-
is in a detriment. Do y'all see what's happening?
No, the world is actually.
That
See, the
feels
thing is,
entitled on your part.
It does. Like, because I
Entitled?
am that guy, I'm
I have
entitled to
all of
all
these
you women.
qualities, so
and
I
you
should be
lucky.
able to
I didn't say
get
all. I said a
whoever I
couple.
want.
couple.
But the thing is, it's entitlement on
A
your
few.
part. Look, ready? I could flip it. It's entitlement on you. Somebody who has all the world at their feet, but yet they can only choose one, and the one that they choose.
We live in a
It's usually
monogamous
hard-headed.
world.
But you know that if you're not monogamous, then that's fine. Living your truth in the streets. Say, I'm a
Yeah.
polyamorous type of man. Dealing with me means that I'm Diddy, okay? You have to understand that this is what you signed up for. But don't be out here like, I'm a good guy. I'm a family man. And, I'm faithful and loyal.
Those
and
aren't
I
it.
have integrity. And then be like, well, excuse me, why would you, come on, pick your poison. If you want to be polyamorous, there are women that will jump on that bandwagon.
Kayla, those are
But
sixes.
if you,
Those are sixes. Those are not eights.
Okay,
Oh.
so what
Let me-
happens?
let me-
What happens to
Eights-
those guys?
Eights, no. Okay, listen. Let me tell you, don't get it confused. Because 8s to 10s, to me, that's just like the same thing. Just a couple little tweaks that each one of them got that boosted them up a point. The sixes are the ones that will lie and be like, I'm a family man. Because you know why? The sixes got to sell a dream. And 8, 9, 10, we don't even care to sell you a dream.
So what happens
You
to
heard me?
sevens
We.
and belows?
we,
Us.
Rika.
You know what I'm saying? We in that category. For real though, because
This is very sad.
guys,
But
listen.
that's also why I went on this show and kind of changed my dating perspective. I'm like, let me go and date regular guys,
Your
right?
expectations
Guys
too high.
that could be faithful, right? I'm never doing that again because that they are just the same. They are just the same. Ladies, he don't have to have money to be a cheater, to be entitled to other women. It's just the character of the man. There are men that are that's just them. They are broke as a joke and still in the streets with multiple women, literally. So that it's just the character of the man. It's not necessarily his accomplishments or his money or all of that. It's just, is he that kind of person? I had a good friend of mine that played for the Eagles, and him and his teammates would come down. This man was just like, I'm good. He was the only one on the team to do that, right? But he was like, I'm good. So you just have to find those guys that want the same thing that you want. But you don't have to settle if that's not what you want to do. You can just get the one that you want.
Kayla, he wasn't good. He was scared.
Scared.
He didn't trust y'all. That's all that it was. Because if he trusted y'all, he would be like, we good. But when see, this is what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Men,
gosh.
men who are experienced at being in high demand. I'm not talking about new high demand men who just became rich and now all of a sudden they're cool. I'm talking about men that's been cool for a long period of time. I give it at least 10 years of their whole life. They know, hey, look, you know what? I really want to mess with Kayla today, but I can't mess with Kayla because I know Kayla might come around and try to fuck my whole shit up. So I'm going to just chill. Hey, Kayla, I'm good.
I honestly think the guys that have done all of it are the better guys. In my current situation,
think
the
so?
men that were outside that had all of the options, young, they're the best ones because they seen it all, they done it all, and they looking for real compatibility versus the guy that was lame, never got women, and y'all got married, and then he got on, and now he getting all this attention, and he don't know how to act. I would much rather prefer the guy that got it out of his system and that knows the game and that understands the 80 to 20, that understands real value over looks and all of these things, because those are the ones that are usually going to be better long term versus the guys that they never had it like that. And then once they finally get some attention from girls that they never had a chance with, they don't know how to act. And those are the guys that be leaving their day ones.
I'm gonna take your mic because that was blasphemy.
What? That was
I thought
that was the
that was
truth.
good.
That was. Okay, I tell you something, Kayla. From one of those guys.
From one of those guys.
I
told
from one
you
of those guys to another.
This workshop, I told y'all about this.
I'm bringing you the truth about men, and hopefully that you take this as some maybe the odds are the men that you deal with that are in that category of them not saying this and knowing that this is true is very rare. But it doesn't make it impossible. But what I will say is that men who have did all of that are just the most skilled. So they know how to make you feel. They're not as frivolous as everybody else is. They're very selective. Very selective. You know what? Listen, I'm not going to ruin my thing at home. It might take him 7 months to a year to find one that he really can trust. But that don't mean it's not happening. And you know what? Those guys can do what they do, come back home, and still make you feel like nothing happened. That's why you still smiling.
What? That's not a representation. This is not a representation of my actual life. Rico is under the influence. Well, it depends on what kind of man that you are targeting. If he is an everyday guy, that's different. But if you're targeting like a very high value man that's very busy and does all these things, it may not sometimes be that like he doesn't like you. He just maybe just don't see you. He really just don't see you because he's doing this and he's doing that and he's running this and he's running that. So sometimes you just have to like, hello, and then they'll be like, oh,
get seen, hello.
That's a fact.
Just make yourself available.
You got to make,
because they don't have time to chase women. They don't chase women. So you just have to make your.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
They don't have the time. They're after the bag, or they're building infrastructure. They don't have the time to.
Says their
chase
persona,
women.
but they do.
Their
persona, but they do.
We chase.
Once I got what I got, I was being chased.
Well, that's different because now you mine.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to keep me at this point. So now you got to do what you need to do.
Until you make me chase too much, and I realize, whoa, what am I running for? Hold up, time out.
Well, I don't believe in chasing, because chasing means you're running away. But pursuing, meaning I'm showing you.
Well, I can only pursue, but so much until you make the pursuit longer, right? Because once I get you, I got you. So for me to get you, for me to pursue again, that means you have to leave.
Nah, it's not pursue again, but like you searched high and low for this rare car and you have it now. And if you wanted to stay looking like this, you need to put in your time and effort and your money into keeping it up regularly.
That's not really what they do, but okay.
That's not exactly. That's exactly.
We just sell it
and that's
and
why
get
they shit
another one.
broken down and they go, oh, I need to get a new one.
you
No, you
lose
don't need
your
to get a new
bitch.
one. You need to
That's
take
how you
care of
lose
the shit
your
that
bitch.
you had,
I
that you sought out day and night for, and then you didn't take care of it, and then wonder why I
Thrill
don't
is
look.
gone.
Yeah.
Once
Well,
I got it,
but when you really love it, it's not. There are guys that have these classic cars. They be wax on every day. What new thing can I put on there? They're upset. They love this car. So if you don't really love it and you just wanted it because it was flashy or it was for a moment, then of course you want the next big thing. But if you really love it, then you're gonna put your love into it and you're gonna
Those
keep
cars
it
are
up.
special.
They are. They're
thank you.
rare.
And
not everyone
not
can
every-
get one.
But
And
not
no,
every
no.
car is special.
Thank you. And until you get the car, that's when
Facts.
you realize, you know what? This engine's a little bit off.
Ain't what I thought it was.
Yeah, the red paint is chipping on the back, and I ain't even touch it yet. Like, get rid of it. New one. But I
Well, you
bitches
have to
acting
do
up and I ain't
a better vetting process before you make such a large purchase. You have to do your research.
They don't always be
it's
large
not our
purchases.
fault you bought a trash car.
Large is subjective, first of all. That large purchase is subjective. But so I have a question for you ladies, right? Alan, what was it?
He's gone.
Alan was asking, give me a second.
About 80% of women are chasing 20% of
Why do
men.
they want them? Okay, yeah. So, all right. I have a question for you ladies, right? 80% of women chase about roughly 20% of men. What is it about the 20% of men that they are really like heavily like, devoted to actually going after and abandoning the other 80% that probably would treat them better?
Well,
Is the 20% high value? Like,
Yes.
yeah, the
It's
20% is
the
the high
high value.
value,
Like,
accomplished.
You like Chris Brown, I think, right?
yeah, I do like Chris Brown.
Or A Boogie, for example. I know A Boogie.
Love A Boogie.
A Boogie for you would be in that 20% tier.
Let's not use A Boogie
Why not?
because that is. Let's not use A Boogie.
But that's the reality. She's scratching.
You're trying to
Her neck.
because
Hey,
Rico
if you're watching.
Rico
I know,
knows
right?
what he's doing, saying A Boogie.
But I'm putting it into perspective because the same way that you probably feel about him is the same way that another woman may feel about a guy who just looks a certain way or smells a certain way or dress a certain way or walks and commands a room a certain way. It doesn't always have to be a rapper or a celebrity. It could just be a man who possesses whatever it is that really makes you go. But
Sure.
most of the 20% tier men that we're talking about possess most of these traits.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why they are usually the more successful one. And
Mhm.
yeah.
But you know what it is for me, and I love that you gave that whole spiel. I like what I like, and I do like, and I go after whatever I want. I'm a very high achiever. Okay,
Mm.
and that's really it for me. Like, if I know I want you, and you're probably gonna be a little hard to get, you're probably gonna have a lot of girls chasing you or, looking to have you, but I'm gonna find my way there.
Facts.
I'm,
Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna
I don't
throw
know.
my interest in, and it's just like sometimes it's like I'm not even gonna miss. Like, I'm really not, and I don't. I really, it's not like I'm not even
I
being cocky,
don't.
but there's nobody that I literally genuinely wanted that I did not get.
You heard her.
I mean, I'm asking you, what's the both of you?
Well, okay. So my genuine perspective has always been like my pool of options are the people that like me. Because I like to be chased. I'm not really into chasing guys. Like I said earlier, I will position my basket. But if you're not shooting your shot at me, then I'm probably not going to pursue you because I don't know. I like to be pursued. I'm from Georgia. I'm from the South. So I have a little more traditional mindset in terms of how the courtship's supposed to go.
What part of Georgia?
So Conyers. It's outside of Atlanta. So yeah, my pool of options are the ones that like me. The ones that are giving me the time, giving me attention, making me the promises, those are the ones that are options for me. I don't see a guy and be like, I want him and try to go after him unless I just happen to be in an area and I'm like, oh, he's fine. Let's move over there. Right? But if he doesn't talk to me or maybe I make a short conversation, he's not really entertaining me, then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If I have to convince you in what you see, then I don't know. I'm not turned on by
See,
that.
what
Makes
it is,
sense.
what it is for me is that usually people that like me, I don't like them.
What?
Usually that's what it is.
Okay.
It'll be a miracle if you like me and I'm like, ooh, you look
I
good.
like you too. Okay.
It just never really works like that. So it always works for me. Whoever I've dated, whoever I've dealt with, I like them. I'm interested in them. And that's why I just throw my interest in. So they're kind of just like, okay, this girl is
Yeah.
I don't know, a little brave. She's letting me
Red
know.
They like that. There are men that like that.
Yeah. So
Most men.
now they're showing their interest in me and I'm letting them do the chasing now because I've already showed that I'm interested in you.
Yeah.
Well, once you show me interest, then I'm going to reciprocate if I like you. I'm big into that. Once he does his courtship thing and he shows you that he's very interested in you, now it's your turn to prove that you are worthy for him to get down on the knee. So that's just kind of how I see
That's just where you keep going with it, right? Down on the knee.
It's like
Wanna
marrying.
get
Like
married.
the ring.
Think you want the ring.
Yeah, because I mean,
I said you want the ring.
Yeah,
I don't
the
give
ring.
a fuck about the ring. Like,
Shorty said, that's all I'm about right now.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, life insurance policy. What is it looking like? Okay, so no, for real. Like
Mine is lit.
we're not 20 anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like life is real. Our
Who's
parents
we?
are getting
Leave
older.
me alone.
Life is becoming more real. We are transitioning into having the power infrastructure of the country. Like things are changing. Like we aren't the kids anymore. Like they're literally like, it's just different.
I
So
also think that
I'm thinking about building infrastructure. I'm thinking about legacy. I'm thinking about long term more so than I'm thinking about the instant gratification of the dating world as it was before. So I just think the mindset sometimes is different. And so it's kind of like, if you show me that interest, you put in work, if that courtship, you show me like, listen, I'm serious. You keep your word, you do these things. I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna show you I'm serious as well.
Well, what's this? Okay, so Miss, I want the ring. What is the shortest amount of
Deserve.
What is the shortest amount of time, right, that you're willing to accept for a man to propose to you?
I would think a year.
Especially if it's a man in this 20%.
Well, I don't.
Um,
Whatever percentage it is, whatever you want in your life as in the man, is build it up. Can he propose to you at 8 months?
he can.
No, or you know what? Will you say yes at 8 months? Let me ask the right question.
I would, but it would probably be a longer engagement. But I think at about a year, a little over a year, I think that is good, especially like if he's 40 plus, he's 40 plus. So
What do you?
Question.
What the
Mhm.
fuck?
Why
Wait,
would
what are
it
you
be a
doing?
longer?
I prefer mature.
What? Why would it
prefer-
be?
You know what you want, you're
That's
done
what
with the
you wanna call
games.
it?
Like I
Mature.
yeah.
Mature.
I would hope that you mature with age. Some of us don't.
And most of us
And
don't.
some of us need help with that.
Most no.
But
listen,
I would hope that over the years that you're
diagram
growing
for me.
older and you're
If he was that mature, he would have already been taken.
that's not true.
Oh, that is true.
That's not true.
If he was that mature,
That's not true. People were married previously or whatever, and it didn't work out. That happens to people.
yeah,
Okay, so why would you have a longer engagement?
we're not gonna get into that.
Well, I just
Because-
wanted to make sure.
Like,
You
okay, so
know.
you're giving yourself room to make sure, but you have already accepted the ring, though.
Which is fucked
Right,
up.
but I've been engaged twice before. So
This
I
life?
Kayla, give me a mic.
So
Kayla has
maybe this last time. This is it. This is it. I'm not
third
about
time's
to-
a charm.
Okay,
Yes.
so at this point, girl, let me tell
age
you what
were
you're doing.
engaged? What age?
You're just accepting the ring
22
just to accept
and
the
26.
ring.
Go ahead. say it
No,
again.
I really love the both of them.
Okay, but you're not sure. But you're not sure that you want to marry
No,
them.
I was
you're
sure.
accepting the ring because you so desperately want a ring.
No.
that it doesn't even end up working.
No,
and
I
you
accepted
cut
the
off
ring because
two engagements.
no, I did. I didn't cut off one of them. I only cut off one of them.
So you're 50-50.
Uh,
Remember, I'm just saying what y'all said to me.
No, this person did not want to have children, and I love them so much. I thought that I could get there and like be happy with the dogs. I really love them. I really wanted a life
Was
with
that
them.
conversation had before
That
or after?
conversation was
Was.
had early on.
Gemini.
And
that's what y'all do. Y'all
when
change
you're
y'all
young,
mind,
you're
bro.
like, relax.
Y'all change y'all
Yeah.
mind. How you there?
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes we do that. we
No,
do change our
all
mind
the time.
But yeah, I really thought that I could get past that, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. And then the other one was like a pathological like liar. He was just a
You didn't
liar.
see that at first.
I was gonna say I feel like
There were signs.
think about these
There
things
were
before saying
signs. So
yes.
I take responsibility for not picking correctly, but I didn't accept under any terms outside of I really love them and I really wanted it with them. But just because you want something to work doesn't mean that it will.
Actually,
Just
it could
because
have.
you believe in it and you put all you can in it, that doesn't mean it will work. And I know lots of divorced people can speak to that. That's just it doesn't always work that way. But there are signs.
Kayla,
There are signs early on, and we can admit to ignoring red flags, ignoring
Of
signs,
course.
ignoring things that I saw early on, and I was like, oh, that's not a big deal.
so but Kayla, what I'm getting is that
And that happens, but
You're
you
the only-
grow and you
you're-
learn.
No, F that.
You don't grow and learn, Rico.
No, I
but
grow and
we
learn.
do.
No.
Some of us do
What
grow
I'm
and
saying
learn.
is
lump me
that
into this.
don't say you grow and you learn. What I just heard is that you literally just didn't know yourself in both engagements and you decided to change. The first one
I
was
didn't decide.
yes, you did.
That's just how it
you
ended
made
up.
The first one, you made a conscious decision to ignore the red signs and the red flags and the lies.
And we've all done that.
No, we have not
Yes,
all
we have
done.
all done that.
Miss Ma'am.
Ma'am.
No, we have
We're
not.
not doing ma'am. We've all done that, though. We've all
What I'm gonna
done
say,
that.
you cannot do what you're doing consecutively and think that you're gonna have the odds in your
Who
favor.
said consecutively?
I mean, you did 2 for 2.
It's not 2 for 2 like back to back. It's not. That was like 7 years apart.
It doesn't matter about the time frame. You've had 2 proposals.
Right, and that's where it should be, okay? You shouldn't be giving your time, body, and energy to a man for years and years, and he don't get down on one knee. And what are you doing?
Well,
What are you doing?
Well,
Because
Just
it's
looking
better
for the
it's better for
gesture,
you to
though.
be intentionally dating and moving towards marriage versus relationship and relationship and relationship and relationship and relationship and relationship and they're never going anywhere. Like,
Yeah, but Kayla,
are you intentionally looking for a partner, or are you just out in the streets and like, he's cute, let's get in a relationship, and then you're in another one, and then you're in another one, and then you're in another one? I mean, how many have there
Kayla,
been,
are you gonna
Rico?
listen?
How many have there been?
No, what I want you to do is not get away from.
There's
find
that-
the one.
Wait,
That's
Amanda, stop.
damaging
I
to
deal with
your
Geminis on
psyche
a-
and your soul to go
What? I
through
didn't do
that many
nothing.
That's
relationships.
not true. I deal with Geminis on a day-to-day basis, and this is what they do.
A day-to-day basis.
Right?
I am also a Gemini,
I
so
know.
can you please stop talking about us like
I'm
that?
just
Yeah,
saying.
we don't
I'm
appreciate
just-
that.
Listen, all I'm saying is this is what they do. They take the whole vehicle and try to go
But
left.
you're trying to bring
That was
her
a nice
down,
try.
and I'm sitting here, and I'm a
Okay,
Gemini.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Just say her
You were
name.
buying
Just not
into-
bring anyone down.
Kayla, hey Kayla, this is what I'm gonna say. I don't care about anything you just said. Right? Let's get back to the point.
Which
the
is?
point is that 2 times you consciously had an awakening period and decided to say no to your proposals. The first time was you decided to say I don't want.
No. I didn't say no to the proposals.
Well, I
broke
mean-
off the engagement.
Okay, you're right. Let me start that back.
Correct.
2 times you had a conscious awakening, and you said no to the engagement. You cut
No to the marriage.
You cut off the engagement.
Correct.
Right? So the first time it was, hey, you seen the red flags. He was a liar. You just went with it until you decided that you couldn't, but you were already committed and said yes. The second time was, hey, he said, I don't want kids. And you said, okay, I can do it.
It's vice versa, but sure.
The second time, he said that he didn't want kids, or you didn't want kids.
He didn't want kids. He already had a grown son.
Okay, cool. He said he didn't want kids, and you said, okay, cool, I can live like this. And then at some point in time, you changed your mind. So what I'm saying is that there's a pattern in the 2 behaviors, and Kayla having to really hone in on what Kayla wants and being able to identify what she wants before she says yes. You're saying yes, saying you think or you thought you could do something. That's not good, because thinking and thoughts are not knowing.
I dodged the bullet because there's people that are in 15-year
Deflecting
marriages.
Geminis.
I'm
this
not
is what they do.
I'm
This
not
is what
deflecting.
Geminis do.
I'm
guys.
not deflecting.
I'm just saying.
I'm not deflecting. There are people that are getting divorced from 7, 8, 9-year marriages,
But-
feeling the same way that I did, but they didn't have the courage to call off the engagement. They didn't have the courage to leave the relationship.
But you know
so
what
they
there also
damaged and
is?
scarred themselves building a whole situation and a life and a marriage with the person and creating kids with them and creating trauma with them for years. So yes, I got out before. I didn't cause trauma for nobody. I didn't bring no children into no trauma. I didn't cause either one of those men any kind of trauma by being their wife and taking advantage of their resources for years and then walking away. I did what was right. I stood in my truth.
Eventually, but you still said yes.
Instead of going along to get along and succumbing to the pressure of being married. I'm 31 and unmarried in Georgia. That's unheard of, right? I took on all of that shame of not being married and not being and doing all of that because I wanted to be true to myself and I don't want to do it again. Like when I get married, that's it. We're not doing divorce. So when I do it, I'm going to be sure.
Why don't you be
Period.
sure before the engagement?
What is the big deal? They get the rings back. Go
Yeah, but we
return
don't have
it.
to go through the
I
trouble of
quit.
having
There's a lot of
someone
Alan,
kids
I
that are
quit.
born into a bunch of mess because people would rather go with what was comfortable and convenient than to actually stand in their truth of y'all been married for 15 years. Y'all having the same argument that y'all had when y'all was dating. Like, don't do this. We literally see this on reality TV all the time. Like, shout out to Housewives of Atlanta. But like, I'm sorry, whatever. But
Kayla-
y'all having the same argument y'all been having for 12 years. Y'all, these problems have been here.
Kayla,
And y'all brought kids and y'all brought people into all this drama when this probably never should have even
do
went
you want to
down.
We bought
listen
a
to something?
$1,000
Wait,
ring,
hold on,
thousands of
Kayla. Can I
dollar
talk to you real
rings.
Yeah, ring, a wedding that cost $50,000, a house, all this money spent.
Who cares, Kayla?
Who cares?
Let me ask you this question, because this is the more important.
What you mean?
You're going off all this extra shit. I don't even care about that. My thing is, let me ask you
Oh.
a question. As you sip, think about this. If that man said, okay, I'm going to propose to you today, and in 30 days, we're going to get married, would you have said yes?
Who?
You?
Two men. What the?
Oh, no.
So why are you saying?
How can
so
you
this
plan,
is my thing. So
how
hold
can
on.
you plan a wedding in 30 days?
it's not about the planning.
No. This
It's
is
not
what
about
I'm
the
but
saying.
also, have
wait,
you guys,
wait.
wait.
No, Kayla.
Have you
no.
guys been engaged?
Kayla, what I'm going to
Have
say,
you been engaged?
Kayla, I'm going to
Have you taken the time in the process to legally combine your life with somebody else and see how they start acting?
Kayla, all I'm gonna
Have you
say
been
is
engaged, Rico?
Stop saying.
Have
Don't
you
touch
been
me.
engaged?
So now I'm aggravated. Don't touch me. Stop saying
Oh.
yes. Stop saying yes.
Have you been engaged, Rico?
Stop saying yes when
Have-
you're not ready for marriage.
Have you
for
been
marriage.
engaged, Rico?
No.
Okay, so you have no idea what that experience is like.
It does
You've
not
only been-
matter. I'm not
It
gonna.
does
Guess what?
matter.
As a man, I'm not gonna propose. As a man, I'm not gonna propose if I'm not ready for marriage. Which means, as a woman, you should not say yes. I want you to say, I want a man to propose to me and say yes, and not be ready for marriage. That's what I'm saying. You're over here working backwards.
No one's not, because someone isn't the right partner, that doesn't mean you're not ready for marriage. You're just not ready to marry the wrong partner.
She's confused.
Because you haven't been engaged. You don't know what it's like to combine your life.
Let me
had
correct
two
that
failed engagements.
sentence for Rico.
You don't know
Rico,
what that's
it's
like
not-
because you never even had the
don't need
courage
to.
to do it. You never ever felt strongly enough for
I
someone
just know what I want.
to do it.
I know what I want.
But you haven't found what you want because if
Okay.
you did, you would have
And neither have
proposed to
you.
somebody.
You thought you did twice and was wrong. See, here's the difference between me and you. I didn't make
And
a
I'd
mistake
rather take
yet.
the risk
You make two mistakes.
than not take the risk.
Okay. Take all
Take the risk or
judgment.
not take the risk.
All I'm
People
saying is-
fail because they never try.
I think what it
failing
is
can be in
is
habit.
If I can correct
In
Rico,
habit
is
can be a habit.
that
Some people
Hello?
never fail because they never try.
hello.
Some people fail over and over again.
Okay, Amanda.
The people that fail over and over again usually become the
Nothing.
CEOs and the
No.
billionaires.
Hi guys.
Okay.
Let's talk to Amazon. Let's talk to Jeff Bezos about how many times he failed before he made Amazon. Let's talk about failures.
Okay.
Let's talk about them.
All right, let's reset real quick. Amanda.
Hey guys, I'm back.
We love you, Amanda.
Thanks for staying with us here at 8 of the Table. So if I could just correct one thing that Rico said, because I think he just said this one part wrong. I don't really think that she's not ready for marriage. It's quite clear that she really wants to get married. I just think that you're not really taking into consideration who you're saying yes to. I think that you're just loving the idea of the gesture and you want the gesture so bad so that you're giving them like a year time frame to propose to you, even if your relationship isn't right, even if you know that there's all of these problems that exist or all these differences you know are, how do you say that word? Irreconcilable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So of course you're not getting all the way to the marriage to end up in a divorce and children and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it still takes the time of in a relationship for a man to decide that this is what he wants to do for you.
Mhm.
He's going out and he's buying a ring. I don't know if the proposal was grand, but it was still a proposal.
Mhm.
You saying yes probably meant a lot. And
Mhm.
for you, your idea of elongating a what is it
Engagement?
called? Engagement.
Engagement.
Engagement is, to me, that just says like I'm going to make this engagement longer so that I can have time for myself to know if this is what I really want. And that for me
Correct.
is what you should be saying before you say yes and not
Thank you.
after you say yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but that's the perspective I had before you're actually engaged. When you're actually engaged and you start taking the steps to combine your life with someone, things are different. And until you're in that space, you just don't understand. It's not a little relationship. It's not. When you are marrying someone, you're giving them the ability to pull the plug on you if you were in the hospital. The way it's just different. A level that you're getting to know them on, you are getting to know all the things that you didn't know because now you have access to everything. And so there's no more even a portion of the representative. You're seeing all of the flaws. You're seeing everything. You're seeing the whole package. And you have to make a decision. Is this someone I want to give that power to? To pull the plug if I was in the hospital.
You know
so
what?
I think people think that being in a relationship is the same as being married, and it's just not. And until you're married, you don't know that. And the people that I've seen that I have had long-lasting relationships in terms of marriages, a lot of them are the second marriage. Because they went through the first marriage and they like you don't know until you get married. You think you know what it's like. You think you know. You really genuinely think you know because you love somebody for years or whatever, but it's just not the same. Like we are becoming one. You are dying to self to be one with someone else. And I think people that go in and out of relationships can't even understand the depth of that. And so they just don't get it. But this, to me, is very fucking serious. And I get it. People go in and out of marriages. Oh, we got divorced, whatever. They don't take it serious. They don't feel the intensity of that. But I do. And when I do that, that's it. Like, when you going in the ground, and I'm going in the ground. That's what this is.
Okay, well, me either, Siri. I didn't get it either. But we're gonna agree to disagree.
No, that's your point.
And
We can agree to disagree. But
yeah,
I take my advice from married people.
That's cool. Great.
So-
And I applaud you. And I wish you nothing but the best in your life. We will see you guys again here at 8 at the Table. It was great having Kayla here. Actually, before we sign out, go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
YouTube at Kayla.com, dot with 2 T's. Everywhere, Kayla.com. So Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. There, and I have my show every Wednesday at 8:30. It's live on Kayla.com. And then I have a bunch of other stuff coming up. So stay tuned. I'm doing some other things with Own Network coming up. So just stay tuned. Thank you, guys.
Okay, we're signing out. 8 at the Table. This was a very heated and interesting conversation,
get a
but
little
but
intense.
we love it. We love the drama.
No, we don't. I don't.
So stay tuned and keep watching for our next episode. Bye, guys.